So I'm just gonna take you through this comprehensive tutorial on how to access your back end of your website, so you can view listings as well as view the listing of the person, like view each user's listing by viewing the listing author. So you're gonna have two separate dashboards. One is for the admin, for the back end where you can edit each listing, and one will be for the person who lists on the website. Will have two different dashboards. So when I go on the back end, I'm just gonna enter wp-admin and then log into the website. So this is the username and password. And then I'm just going to open another tab where we can view the front end. So this is all that you need to do to so if you want to make edits to your front end, I'm just going to show you how to quickly do that. All you need to do is click on edit with Elementor. Then it takes you to different sections of your page, and then this is the home page banner, which I'm going to show you a way to access that. So you can't edit this with the front end. When you scroll down, here we have our mobile navigation, and then here we have our desktop navigation. So to make your changes, you just need to simply go into that editor and then edit as you wish. See here, you can change your text, but if it gets too complicated, you can just give me a shout and then I can do necessary changes for you. Fix so you see, this is where you change your text. Then you click update, and then when you go on view site, view page, you'll be able to see your updates. And then over here we have a text element. We can do the same thing. And then over here we have an image element. When you click on it, this is where you can change your image. So you can choose your image from here, then drop it into the media library, or you can upload your files. Select your files from the PC and upload it. This is where you have your other text, so you can easily just duplicate sections, or you can just copy different elements and paste it in different sections. So when you see I say duplicate, it makes a duplicate of the section, and then you can add whatever element you want on here. So to add an element, you just simply go back here and then you look for different elements. So if I wanted to add a video, I'll go there, drop that in there, then delete that, and then I can choose which video to put in there. So it's just a YouTube link. You can see there we have our video, and then if I want to edit what video goes in there, I just simply click on edit, and then you can see here the source is from YouTube, and then you just enter the URL of that. Just gonna go on YouTube, then say for example electrician, then I take that, copy and paste
something tells me there's a loose connection,
then paste it in there. Then you can see the video changes.
Something tells me
so if you want this to be a full section, you can also do that. So I'm just gonna delete this, and then what we say is add a section. This is what you do to add a section. When you hover over here, you can see how you can edit a section. So you can either make it like a forward, the box, and it has different options where you can edit your settings. So I'm not gonna jump into that. You can see that for yourself. So you see I added a section, and I made this one whole row. So you have different structures of your section, so you can either center your things. I'm just gonna put this in as an example and then add the video in here. So there's a video I added there, then you can see the video is centered, and then I just copy and paste that video again, and then over here we can just like change the padding, then we make it somewhere like 40, so we can have padding on top and bottom. And then you see a video is added, and then we can add a text as well. Just copy this text, we paste it in there. Okay, so we need to add a new section. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna delete that, add a new section, then we copy that text, we copy, we paste. So you see, simple. Then we edit our text and we say how we can say in depth of how a fixer works. Then we update, and when I go in view page, I scroll down, and then you can see the video is added. Simple. So this is how you add your sections, and just make it simple. You can see there's padding, you can see everything is clean and neat and all of that. Okay, so that's it for the front page. I'm just gonna exit, update, when I refresh, you can see the page is back to normal. Okay, so now I'm gonna close this and say exit to dashboard, and this is where the real fun happens. So this is where we see our dashboard on our listings and everything, and I'm just gonna show you the sections you need to focus on. So you can just leave this out. Maybe you need to focus on pages if you want to access some of the pages, like maybe the blog page and the whole page. This is where you need to go. But our main focus here will be under this section where it says listings and pricings and all of this. This is your ad. This is where you're going to add your Google AdSense, and then we have appointments, subscriptions, and all of that. So now I'm going to show you how to add a listing. All you need to go to listings. Then you can see our listing has already been created here, Sunburst listing. So I'm just going to go add new, and we're going to add a new listing. So for example, we're going to name this Plumber Josie, and then with our content we're going to say experienced plumber in Johannesburg, call for services. Okay, and then this is our title, this is our body description, and then we have a tagline for the business. So we say we do the best plumbing. So that's what we're gonna say for our tagline. I'm just gonna jump into the listing that I had before, so we can just see an example of how it works. So we have our Sunburst listing. When you want to view the listing, you can go click view, and this is how our listing is set up. So we're basically going to do the same thing over here with our new listing. Then it says enter the location. I'm just gonna put 46 Bradford Road, Bedfordview. Then it automatically adds the coordinates. And then over here we have a phone, so I'm just gonna put 573, and then WhatsApp, email plumbing at josie.co.za, something like that. Website josieplumbers.co.za, for example. And then we have our Twitter, Instagram, so I'm just going to put hashtags for links. And then, so we have our media gallery. So what we're going to do here is just download some plumbing images. So we're going to just use our free image source here. Then we look for plumbers. So this is where I get free images, pexels.com. Then we can just do that, then download. It's just one example. And we go over here, download that. Okay, we go over here, download that. Okay, I think I have enough. Then we go to downloads. Just select all of that and then drag and drop. Just gonna close all this. Drag and drop all our images in there for our gallery. Okay, so now once the images has been added, you can choose to either caption them or not. I'm just going to add them in the gallery. Then you can see the images are added from here. Then over here we can say the price of how the plumber is charging. Maybe we can say like 60 Rand to 750 for a service. And then we can say the listing is claimed or not. This is just to approve that the listing is verified. And then over here we can have some frequently asked questions. So we can say how long do you take to service? And then here we can say 1, 2, 3 business days. And then we add new, and then we have another question here, and then say question number 2. We can say what services do plumbers offer? And then over here we can say scrubbing, scraping, fixing, etc. And then and then over here we can have our business hours, Monday to Friday, and then Saturday you can choose not to close it. We'll say 24 hours. And then here we can have our logo for the business, and then I'm just gonna choose the same one. Yeah, and then that's it. What you need to do at the right though is assign it to the right categories, and then I'm just going to show you how to do the categories over here as well. Then over here we can have our tags, so we can say plumbers Johannesburg. So this just helps with SEO, like your search agent, your search engine like optimization. So when Google finds or wants to index your site, they can find you easily with these keywords. So plumbing, and then over here we can have our locations. I'm also going to show you where to add these locations. So over here we can see the parent category is Eastern Cape, and then we have all the cities that are listed under Eastern Cape, and then it goes on to Free State, and then has all the cities there listed under Free State, and has Gauteng, and then the regions in Gauteng, so East Rand, and then the cities that fall under East Rand. So we're gonna do that to say Gauteng, East Rand, and then we list it under Bedfordview, and then we set our featured image. So this is the main image that appears for the listing, and we're gonna see that in a bit. So we're gonna set that image, and then we click on publish. And then when we go to view post, over here we can see our listing has been added, and we can see the images have been added as well nicely. And we have our plumbers and everything, and all the details over here. And then we have the website address, the number, as well as the location, which you can view in map or outside. And then if you want to contact the lister, you can just submit that and then click send. So that's the way to add your listing, one of the ways. If you want to view another way to add your listing, you can go on the front end of the website. I'm just going to close this. So this is the front end where we had our listing. So this is what the user will see when they want to submit a listing. They can simply go to add listing. Then it will be then to the package, which I'm going to remove. So he said it's going to be free for now, so we're going to choose this plan. And then over here it says you're currently signed in as Fixer. So this is how I'm going to add my listing. So I can have my listing title, and this is the same way I'm going to add it. Full address, city, phone, website, and then I choose the category which I added under plumbers. And then I have the description, the images, and then save and preview. So now once the listing has been submitted, now the admin in the back is the one that gets to approve the listing. So now we have this profile where it says listing author. So when we go here, we have our dashboard. And this is a different separate listing where we can see and approve the listing. So we can see which listing has been published and how many views it has. So over here we can approve a listing, or we can remove a listing, or we change the plan of which they paid for the listing. So now we can see it's an active, they've paid for a free listing. And then over here, if it's basic, this cost is going to go through your payment options. And this is where you can view your invoices and all of that. Then they say nothing has been created yet. So I'm going to send you a separate link for the listing author, the one that manages all the listings, as well as the admin that views and makes changes to the website. And then over here you have announcements. So you can actually add an announcement for a lister or a company that lists on your website, and say maybe submit payments or submit quotes, or give an announcement to all the listers. Say that, okay, a listing is available now, please submit a quote so that the client can approve or whatever. Then over here we can set events, if you want to add a new event for the listers. And then we can have appointments as well. So we can see there's an appointment scheduled for Sunburst Electric. When we go here we can see how you can book an appointment for a lister. So you said, okay, I want to book an appointment for this lister from 9 to 5 or whatever. And then when you go to the dashboard here, we can approve or cancel the appointment. And then you can see who set the appointment. So this was a test that I did, Jeff test, on Monday the 10th. Then you can see the time and stuff. and then it says here I want to book an appointment to fix my lights or whatever, and then over here you can approve or deny the listing. And then over here we can set coupons. If you're doing a 20% off on your listing, you can just set that. When you go on the front, you can see I set that coupon. I'm gonna go at the bottom. It's a coupon. Okay, so it's 20% off. There's a way we can display it. Just not gonna dive into that. Then over here we can have our inboxes and all of that the lister gets to send. So you'll see messages here when the user contacts you on the contact form. Okay, so where was I? Okay, this is how you submit your listing on the front end. And then on the back end, I showed you as well how to do your listing. So you're gonna add new, and you add a new listing and all of that. Now I'm gonna show you under the section how to add categories. So if you wanna add a new category, like say bricklayers, builders, electricians, whatever, you just go into the back. You can say okay, so I think you sent me something I can't remember. Carpenters, for example. Then you can choose the parent category. In this case, there's nothing. And then we choose a banner to submit for that. So we're gonna go to category banner and then choose a banner for that. Then we add new category. Sometimes you need to do it again for the image to appear. So you click on edit, go to category banner, select the banner, update. Then when you go back to categories, we can see how it's added alphabetically, carpenters, and that's how you add a new category. So we have about 14 items, 14 categories currently. Then you can add new ones as time goes on. And then we also have how to add a location. So if you're having a new location, say maybe okay, let's add a new location for, I think I haven't added Cresta. And then over here we can choose the parent category, which is Gauteng, under East Rand. You can say it's falls under Johannesburg. So we have Johannesburg, Cresta, and then we add the new location. And then when we refresh, you can scroll down. Okay, let's look for G. Here we have Gauteng as a parent category, and then we can see our regions. Then over here we have another region. Then we go down, we can find Cresta, falls under there. Then when you go on the front end, look for the region, Johannesburg, then search. Then you search for a city, and you can easily find Cresta. Then we look for Johannesburg, Bedfordview, which we have our listing here. We can see here Plumber Josie, that was added under Bedfordview. Then on the right we can have the map and the Josie plumbing service. And then on top here is where we're gonna have our AdSense. So this is where we're gonna monetize the site. Then when you click here, this is our listing that we submitted. You can see everything is done in there. Okay. So that's it for the purpose of this tutorial. Let's go through pricing plans. This is where we can set the different packages. And then when we go to payments, so we have our payments on this dashboard over here. Okay, it's not it. Okay, so what I missed here was our theme options, which is very important. When we go down to theme options, we can go to a banner. This is where we can view all our different changes and all of that. So you need to make necessary changes. This is where we're going to add our pricing plan. This is where we're going to add PayPal or whatever payment methods. When we go to payments, we see PayPal, Stripe, direct payment, and this is where we add all our details. So it's bank transfer, you add your full name and surname, bank account number, SWIFT code, whatever. If it's PayPal, you need to integrate all the details over here. So Sandbox is like just a testing method. When we go live, we're actually gonna be using payments and all of that. So you need to go to PayPal to get all of these details, like your API and username, password, and all of that, and then the receiving email. So when the listings come in and they choose a payment method, this is where the payments will go through your PayPal account. And then we have our header, which is the design of how you want this to appear. So this is how you want your design to appear. So currently I set it to the 4th one. If I set it to the 1st one or the 8th one, you can see how the listing appears. So we can see how that all changes, right? But now we want our listings to show as well, like our categories. So when I click and save changes and I refresh, you can see that. So now when I select, I can select a category, say plumbers, and over here we can see all the plumbers that are shown. And then also when we go to our banner, this is the image that I created. So when you go to image options, you can choose the search style, you can choose the category style, the background color of your header, you can change it over here. Then we change the background hover color. So this is the banner that I added. You can change the banner as well to your own image. So select this for instance, right? And when I save changes, I go to the front, then we can see that also changed, which is not too bad. And then so I'm just gonna remove that. Right, and then this is the search page. We can choose what fields to show over here. Then we have our footer, where we have the copyright, our logos and everything. We have the contact page. So this is important. I noticed that you didn't give me any address to put in. So this is what the address that you need to put in, the phone number and the email address as well. So once that's sorted, you can add the social links as well. So when we go to the front, that will change. So for example, if I have info@fixer.co.za and I save the changes, when we go on the front, we can see that has changed. So you just need to update that as well. And yeah, that's it. Then I'm going to show you how to add blogs. So what you need to do is just add a new blog. You do it the same way. So you're going to add a header. So basically what you need to do here is just add a title and the category and set a featured image. The rest of the blogs, you're going to edit it with Elementor. So this is how you add your blog. You do it the same way. You use a text editor, the title text, and then drag and drop your items and the image and everything like that. You can see it's well formatted. Then we go to view page. This is how your blog looks like. And then when you click here, you can see our blogs and all the blogs in there. So yeah, so that's basically it for this tutorial. I think I've shown you everything that's necessary. If you have any questions, just feel free to give me a shout.